type of indicators, right? But you don't have to learn Pine script. You don't have to figure out where to click on the chart or whatever. We would just do that for you, right? You tell it, put this indicator on here, put this indicator on here, and you got to look at that chart and say, okay, you know what? It looks like I should buy Palantir right now. And then say, okay, buy Palantir. What are suggested ways to buy Palantir? Oh, you could buy a call spread. You could buy, you know, poor man's covered call. Whatever. It could give you all the different suggestions. Say, okay, buy it using a call spread. Let's talk about the delta. I can help you figure that out. And then, okay, place that trade. And now you're able to analyze Palantir, look at the graphs, look at the charts, go through all that stuff, help figure out how to actually trade it, what's the best risk adjusted way to do it, at what deltas and all that kind of stuff, and actually set that trade up for you and trade it. Right? What do you think about that idea?
I think it's great. I think it's like what I was saying earlier, like we have like these indicators, basically a trading assistant, make us better traders.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But
Exactly.
it's giving us all these tools that the hedge fund pay millions on, and we're paying a subscription fee. So
Exactly. Exactly.
big, big, big. Uh-huh.
You can have hedge fund level intelligence, right?
Yeah,
For
really good.
I just played this video by Chris Camillo. I think you missed it, but like he's this guy from Dumb Money, the podcast, and he was basically saying that. He's saying agentic trading is basically over the next few months going to allow regular people to have more intelligence and more data than hedge funds from 2 or 3 years ago had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. The thing is, if we could find a way to grab, well, Palantir does that, but not, I don't know if they do it for trade, but just grab and organize it and make the best suggestions. Dude, that would be amazing. That'd be powerful, very powerful.
How would that work exactly?
Like if we grab all these indicators and all the data, right? So let's just say you have all this data and let's just say you have the data of all the calls and puts that are put in there. So you know that there's a big call or a big let's just say there's a big put at strike price of like just $100, right? We have that data, and plus we know that they just are the earnings coming out. We have that data that earnings is coming out, so you have a real good possibility to just take up, that to do a long run on that because you have three big things or two big things already pointing your way. You know that earnings call. You know that they're I don't say that positive, and you have a big um, purchase of a put on there, so at a strike price that's 100, just say. So you have like affirmation that stock's gonna go long. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
could,
so kind of like a market scanner type thing,
yeah,
right?
like a market scanner, you can just say and do it, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of the way that I see this, right? Is I see that there's like three separate features, maybe four separate features, right? There's the portfolio analysis tool, which will constantly monitor your portfolio in the background and let you know if anything happens, right? Then there's the market scanner, which is like find me stocks that match this criteria, right? I have a criteria of I want them to be the 50-day moving average has to be above the 200-day moving average, and they have to have a PE ratio below 20, and they have to have revenue growth above whatever, right? Go and find that for me. All right, go off, find you that list of stocks, and then you can actually trade those, right? So that's like a market scanner, right? And then the other one is like the trading view type thing, right? Where you have a chart and you can actually make like very advanced charts just by talking to it, right? So you can have these really advanced looking charts and whatever. You can have Fibonacci's and this and that and whatever you need on that chart, right? So I can help you do that analysis. So that's the third tool. And then the fourth tool is like a trading tool. So it actually allows you to place the trade. It can help you even do like very advanced trades, like option trades, figure out, what deltas you place things at, what's the gamma, blah, blah, blah. Help you do all those calculations and figure out how to place that options trade, right? Or whatever other complex trade you want to do, right? So I figure it's like kind of four different tools, right? So yeah, so we're adding those features into BotSpot. We're also making a course around it to teach people how to do agentic trading, right? And we're changing our hackathon. And actually, this if you think about it, this kind of changes a lot around what we can do with our website, what we could do with BotSpot, where before, when everything was revolving around strategies, right, it's all about back testing results and this and that. But if we allow people to place trades and things like this, then now we can almost turn it into like a social network. You know what I mean? Where instead of sharing my strategies to the marketplace, I could share my account to the marketplace and you could copy my account if you want to, right? Or you could watch my trades and the trades show up in like a feed and you can say, okay, I want to copy that trade, right? This guy has a really good account. He makes a lot of money. I don't agree with everything that he does, but he most recently just placed a trade on Palantir. That sounds interesting. Let me do the analysis. Da da da. You can analyze that. Why did this happen? Blah blah. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. And then now I could copy that trade, right? Or I could copy the entire account, right? And it allows us to now have like this like almost social network type of feel to the website, right? What do you guys think about that? Does any of that resonate with you, or like what features would you guys be most interested in, or do you see yourself using this sort of thing, or what do you guys think?
The feature where you make money. I'm going to take you back to my root of all evil there, Robert.
Yeah.
Is it going to make me money?
Yeah. I mean, that's not something I can guarantee, right? But um, I think that giving you the ability to do this will probably make it easier to make money, right? And the reason why I say that is because right now people are struggling to make strategies and they're taking, days, weeks, months to build these strategies, and it's just a lot of work. And I do agree with the idea of building a strategy and back testing it because, that's kind of your highest probability bet of like making something that's going to make you money in the long run. But it is also very, very challenging to do, right? So, so I would argue that giving people the ability to do something like this makes it easier for them to make money because you could come in, you could place your first trade in 30 seconds if you wanted to. You don't have to spend the next couple of days building a strategy, back testing it, debugging it, whatever. You could just come in, do a quick market scan. It'll tell you a list of stocks, and you say, okay, I want to buy this one and place the trade. And I would argue that this would make you more money just because it's easier to use. Would you agree with that or no?
I don't know. I'm wrapping my head around it.
Okay. It's definitely become a very popular thing, right? Like I said,
We
Robinhood came out with their feature Cortex that does basically this, and they were able to, I think, get a